Hello everybody and welcome to XCOM Enemy Unknown Ironman Impossible. My name is Pojo. I'm just recovering from some serious illness, so you'll forgive my somewhat scratchy voice today. I'm continuing where I left off with the classic Ironman run, and I'm going to go ahead and try Impossible now. I was going to use some of the second wave options, but I think instead we're just going to go for a straightforward Ironman run. So, basic idea here is this is the hardest possible setting of XCOM. It is ravagingly difficult. There is a lot of bad things that can happen to you if you are not incredibly careful and don't play a very defensive game. So yeah, it very well simulates the general nature of an alien incursion, where the aliens have better technology and aim and, you know, just better skills than you, and just sort of trying to overcome that incredibly large gap. Yes, this is Iron Man, of course, so any mistakes that I make, I have to live with. Any missions that I fail, which will very likely end me the game, I will also have to live with. Troops that die, everything like that. I cannot reload any saves beyond the one that I make when I leave the game. This is an October run. XCOM Enemy Within releases in November on the 12th, so we're going to try and finish this in a month, if we can. On the other hand, we're not actually, I am not very confident of my chances of surviving very long. You can lose in the first mission pretty easily. We're going to start in Europe. Asia and North America are both probably slightly better options just for the amount of money that they give. Also, the Foundry and Officer Training School is just kind of nice, but I played North America last game, and there's someone else who plays XCOM Asia who is really quite good. I actually really recommend that you check him out. His name is Beagle Rush, and he's a YouTube player who does really nice, specially edited videos, which taught me a lot about how to play in Impossible mode. Yeah, so with that, we're going to go ahead and get into Europe.
The next deployment site is in the UK. We've picked up a local broadcast indicating alien activity within a major metropolitan area.
We have a very nice operation name here, Patient Hammer. I think that's a good omen for the game. Sort of implies that we will have a slow but steady crushing of the opponent.
Strike one, this is Central.
Okay.
You are free to engage all hostile contacts in the AO.
Our
Don't take any
four
chances.
soldiers are Ben Hill, Sylvia Blanco, Mohammed Mufadal, and Jeremy Gordon. I was under the impression that people had randomized will stats at the beginning of the game, but apparently they all have 40, so I guess that's fine. This is not a great map. There are a couple of distinct issues with it, mostly relating to the rather distinct lack of high cover in the early stages, and also the fact that there's just these huge gaps in what useful, what you can usefully do with it. If I had something better than just 4 rookies, I'd be in a lot better shape, but this is actually going to be a pretty tricky first mission. Alright, we're going to start up with moving to the best point of cover that we can find. And we didn't trigger any aliens, so we feel pretty good about that. Now with that in mind, go ahead and just get everybody else over there. I don't think I'll trigger aliens there. Yep, okay. Okay, I don't have to worry about cover early on. If the aliens see me and I'm in Overwatch, I'll actually have a better shot at them, which is nice. Okay. So we're going to take a slight step around this car. I think here should be good. Oh, good. Didn't trigger anybody. That means it's safe to move around the car. We'll stay on this side of it. And with any luck, we'll actually get to that truck without having any problems. Okay. So, the aliens are obviously out there, but we do have pretty good options on just getting behind this truck. If we can get behind this truck without triggering them at all, that would be pretty nice. Oh wow, we're actually going to get into full concealment without any problems at all. I'm actually really surprised that I haven't triggered an alien yet, so But now I've got a much better position than I normally would. I need to sort of check the back area here, just to make sure that nothing comes out from behind. But that's actually something that I can do from here. Wait, does this truck provide hard cover is the question. The answer is yes. So we're just gonna poke a little bit over here. We can't see through this truck cab. I think it's that's actually fairly unusual. Normally you have a little bit of vision through the truck cab. But no, nothing doing. Step up to here. Again, yeah, nothing really doing with the truck cab itself. With that in mind, we're gonna go ahead and push around. Not gonna push around that corner until we're absolutely ready. Okay. So this is a fairly dangerous situation, but I should be able to abuse some of the useful cover here. Most particularly, if I can get to this hard cover there, that should be really good. And I can. So let's go ahead and take a walk around. Alright.
Alien life on Earth. We're witnessing something never before seen in recorded history.
Okay. So this is now a pretty bad position for me on account of the fact that I am flanked. On the other hand, this truck no longer seems particularly safe either. Yeah, this is actually kind of rough. I don't have any spots that I can go that will grant me concealment, which means that this particular character is in a lot of trouble. So we'll see about what we can move these other guys into before we go saving him. There should be pretty good. We saw an alien dash behind that car. We could kill him if we were very, very careful. That alien's gonna have flanking on whoever he wants from where he's standing, which is really not good. I think what we're gonna do is we're going to get around the truck. If you hold up behind this hard cover for one turn.
Enemy spotted.
Ah! Okay, so a couple of bad things are happening here. That alien might actually be able to move into a flanking position next turn, which is really not good. However, if we don't get our people out of that position, then they're going to get flanked, so we have to really step back into a defensive posture. That character, yeah. Okay. So it looks like I still have the hardcover advantage, but I don't have hunker down, so they've got about a 25% chance of hitting me, I think. Maybe a little bit better. With hunker down, it's more like a 5% chance. It's pretty solid overall. Eh. Yep. Yep, that sucks. And where's that other alien? We don't see him yet. Okay, so we're gonna get moving around this truck so we can get at that alien if he comes around. This position is obviously just awful, so we're maybe gonna move back behind the truck at this point. Again, there are not many good options. All of the hardcover is being used at the moment. This might be our best choice. Step back. Get into a place where the aliens can't necessarily see us. Hunker down there, and Overwatch to protect my flanked target. Okay. So the aliens are going to be moving mostly in secret since we can't really see them from here. Hey! There's our alien buddy. And now he's down. Okay, that was actually pretty risky because we certainly could have lost our flank there.
We should look closely for any fragments that could be salvaged for our own development programs.
However, at this point we definitely have this truck and a solid option on the mind-melding alien. Now this is the one that's actually been melded. You can tell because he has the 5 bars. So we're going to go ahead and take a shot at him. Okay, that worked out pretty well. We can now kill that alien with a grenade if we so choose. First we're going to take a peek around. See what else is available. Okay. I'm not taking any option that doesn't result in the death of that alien, so we're going to go ahead and kill him.
Going out.
You may want to instruct
And
your
Dr.
men
Vellen's
to
going to yell at us,
exercise
and we're going
restraint
to
when
ignore
using
her because her
explosives.
advice is bad.
While certainly effective at killing aliens, they also destroy the artifacts we're hoping to recover from the bodies. Just something to consider.
They're trying to pull back.
Okay, so this alien calling for help, getting a little bit of it from that direction. And the mind melder is moving off somewhere where we can't see him. That's kind of upsetting.
Making that noise.
We have a basic idea of where he might have run to, but I'm not digging our options. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to take a dash over to this truck. That'll give us a good opportunity to flush out any really obvious overwatches from a rather large distance, and it'll also give us new cover to fight the aliens from. The risk here is that we might trigger a third pack of aliens, in which case we're in some serious trouble. So I am going to have to consider that move. What else have we got? No real options there. Getting on top of the truck is not an option. If I move out here, I might trigger an overwatch and get killed. So I think it's actually worth it to stay put for at least one round, hunker down. Go ahead and set that guy up on Overwatch. Sure. And hunker down here. Okay. One alien's coming out. He's now in a spot where he
They're
can
falling
shoot
back.
at me. Looks like he just scouted and then left, which is not what we're looking for. We did hear a double move, so I think it's probably safe to dash for this car. Again, we really don't want to trigger that third pack of aliens. And we still don't know where they are. Okay, I think I'd like to get a little bit more distance on these guys, so I'm going to step up. Maybe get right over here in the back. That way I can move up to that truck next to her. I'm just kind of volleying for a better position here, hoping the aliens do something stupid. Okay. So the aliens did nothing that turn, which means that we definitely have an option to go up here. And now that we have that area, poke our head around there as well. That'll give us a nice shot. Continue the hunker downs for the moment. Try to figure out where they're at. They can't be moving around for any kind of flank at the
Making
moment.
that noise.
I think the only human being that they're aware of is this one. And I haven't fired at him yet, which is really interesting.
I'm taking fire.
Okay, there are shots being fired from that direction. Shots being fired is good though, because it means that we actually know where that particular soldier is at. Okay. So now we have an eye on one of the aliens. Obviously, she's not in any great situation to do anything about it. I can just sort of barely nick that car. I don't think that will set it on fire though, which is what I'm looking for at this point. What I can do is poke my head around this truck here. Doesn't look like it'll give me an eye, but it should be fine. Then I can back him up, force the aliens to come a little bit closer to me. We aren't going to start looking at that tricky shot until we're absolutely certain that it's available. Likewise here, just step back. And get Gordon to hunker down as well. Now if the alien steps up a little more, we can actually create some action. Okay, we saw the mind meld there. It looks like it's coming from over in that direction. Which would be useful if the alien hadn't just overwatched. Take a peek. Looks like he's gone again. Where did he go to? Ah, he's hanging out on top of... okay. Alright, I don't have an angle on him this turn. What I can do is back up to here. Ugh. Thank you for that awful recommendation. What I'd like to do is get behind perfect concealment and be happy with what I've got, but I can't do that this turn. On account of the fact that my soldier will jump up on the roof of the car like a complete blithering idiot. I don't really want to fire at this guy. It's a 47% chance to hit, which is really not great, and I don't really have any other options for killing him. I can blow the crap out of this car and maybe mess him up a little bit. I'm sure I had a better shot than that. There it is. Oh, come on. Come on. Ugh. Okay. Grenade controls are being obnoxious. There we go. So this is the shot we're looking for. That looks pretty good. Alright. We'll start with that.
Catch.
Fuel's about to go.
Okay, it looks like this truck cab is about to explode, which means that we need to get this guy out of here. Probably back him off to about there. Interestingly enough, that solved our flanking bug, so we now have an 87% chance to hit him, which is a little strange, but I'll totally take it. I think it's worth it to use the assault rifle here. I'm not sure if the pistol will do enough damage. So we'll just finish him off and call it good.
Confirmed.
Okay.
Shh. I think I heard something.
With that guy down, we can start considering moving on this truck. And I'm really considering moving on this truck. I think I am going to at least walk out this direction. I didn't trigger it, so yeah. I could hunker down and really hope that the aliens don't see me. I think an Overwatch would probably be better in this instance. The aliens don't know that this character is here, so they shouldn't be able to find him, especially if they're not looking for a good flank. That's the last person that they saw, so they should be trying to move to manipulate around her. So we'll set up an Overwatch here, and we've got that guy in Overwatch as well, so that should hopefully be good enough.
They're backing up. Advance.
Okay. Good, good. It's a 45% chance, which is not terrible, but also not what we're looking for. Go ahead and get behind this truck. And that'll give us the option of moving up on this cover, which is really where we want to be. This truck should still be providing full cover wherever it's at. I can also hop inside it now, which is pretty nice. Going right through the truck is a pretty sweet deal, I think. Nonetheless, I think I just want to back up here and hunker down. Again, I sort of need the alien to come to me. This is just not really ideal, so we're just gonna poke our heads out in a sec. Alien came galloping up this side, which is interesting, because we now have a shot at him from this character. By the amount he's moved, I can't say as I'm particularly happy with this. Once again, it's time to get inside the truck. It's definitely going to be a good spot for me. And from there I can move up to this wall, have a good flank shot on him next turn. Likewise there. And I don't think I have a shot on him from here. No, definitely not.
Quiet. Do you hear something?
There's still enough aliens to form a meld, which is not especially what we're looking for, and we still don't see that alien, so we'll need to poke our head back around. And he's vanished. This is becoming quite the game of cat and mouse. We're going to finally take that cover again. Okay, we've got it, and we have a flank. The flank is not on the person that we want, but it is a pretty good flank. 65% chance. That's juicy, but no. Yeah, if we risk it, that guy's just going to die. There's no way that he will survive that. So we're just going to need to back him back up. And he's good where he's at. I think Mr. Gordon is probably going to want to step forward now and get behind that truck. Oh gosh, that's always interesting. Okay, our alien friend has now moved in a direction that's probably rather unhealthy for him. Oh yeah, that's distinctly unhealthy for him. There are a lot of problems with that position, not the least of which is this. Again, only a 65% chance, but I'm much more comfortable with this shot. Because I have several other characters who can back me up.
That's the target.
Not the least of which is this man, who can just take him point blank if it comes to that. Okay, this hard cover here will protect me from that other alien. Ah, there is an Overwatch available. That looked like it hurt. Yep.
For the love of God, get me out of here!
Alright. We can live with that. So, Lieutenant Blanco is not going to be close enough to do the damage that she needs to this turn. Which means that it's all up to this guy. Again, I have to worry about running into a bad situation, but I think this is probably worth trying. Yeah. So with that, just pull out our pistol and finish that guy off.
X-ray neutralized.
Okay, so we made a bad call regarding that Overwatch, which is pretty sad, but we can now get her up to a better position, and from there we can actually start looking at making some better action. It'd be nice to finish this out before Gordon bleeds out, but there's still another pack left, so I don't think that's going to be a thing that happens. I think instead what I'm going to do is walk up here.
Let's do this!
Reload my gun. Have Blanco check the side. Nothing going on there. So we'll just hunker down.
Quiet. Do you hear something?
The last group of aliens is having a little bit of a party with that alien as well.
pull back.
Oh, he's a brave little soldier. Okay, that alien has walked himself into a clearly bad position. One that I apparently still only have a 65% chance of hitting him from, but nonetheless a really bad position. So we're just gonna go ahead and try and kill him. And we're going to succeed. Okay. That should be all of the aliens that we triggered.
Good to go.
So the remainder of them will be probably in this back area behind the truck. It'd be really nice if we could use this balcony effectively, but I'm not certain that that's going to be the case. Still, go ahead and poke ourselves up there. And we'll be ready with that grenade if it happens to be the issue. Okay. I should have switched my squad to their pistols.
Down one man. For the love of God, get me out of here.
Okay, runs into worse cover. That's okay, because we haven't actually triggered anyone, so... Just gonna go ahead and step up a little bit. That was good. The rookie's still panicking. There's not really much more we can do. We don't want to expose any new sight lines until we have a third truck available.
What was that?
Ah! Oh, okay.
Spotted. Taken care of.
This was an entirely unexpected direction for them to come
AT's
from.
trying to crawl up my flank.
Okay. So on the plus side, we have pretty good cover here. And a solid grenade should do the trick. Assuming we can keep them pinned to that truck. Which I think we can too. Okay. So 3 damage to both of those aliens. And if we get Blanco up here, she can go ahead and either finish them off with her grenade, which I think is probably the best option. Yep, let's go ahead and do that.
Eat this.
Okay.
Good work out there, Strike One.
If I may, Commander, the labs are on high alert. Teams are standing by for your orders. We can begin researching the newly recovered artifacts immediately.
Alright, so Patient Hammer was pretty successful. Depending on how many kills Gordon got before he died, that may have been about the most efficient that I could have managed. Losing a rookie is never good, but if he doesn't have any kills on him, then at the very least I got 3 rookies promoted out of this. So that should be a pretty good deal. Alright, what have we got?
Welcome to XCOM H.
Yes, yes. Yeah, it looks like Jeremy Gordon was the only person on our team without any kills, so this is a pretty good start to the game. In addition, we also got the Heavy, the Sniper, and the Assault, which are 3 of the well, yeah, the Heavy and the Assault are definitely going to be critical classes in the early game. The Sniper won't be useful until she has squad sight up, but
The heavy weapons specialist
yeah, we're
provides
certainly not gonna
crucial
be unhappy
service
with
to the
that.
squad. With the rocket launcher in tow, there are demolitions experts.
and with those 3
Our snipers
all set up,
specialize in
I
dealing
think
massive
we're
amounts of damage
pretty
from
well
afar.
set up.
But without sufficient training, they're vulnerable in close combat situations. The Assault class serves
Okay.
as our front line. They're the first one.
I have several research options to start with. Typically I go weapon fragments first because the scope is very useful, especially on the Sniper. But I've actually been thinking recently that I want to try going xenobiology first, researching the Arctura very, very early, and capturing some plasma equipment, trying to skip to that as soon as humanly possible. To that effect, this is part of the reason why I picked Europe. I should be able to build labs very cheaply, and
Commander,
while labs are usually not a great idea, if you're trying to do something like rush a particular piece of tech, then they work pretty well. I can, of course, buy satellites right now, but I'm not going to at the moment. What I want to do is, if I can get an abduction within the first couple of days, let's see here, I believe it takes 14 days to build a satellite uplink, and 10 days to build a workshop. So I need 24 days in the month to be able to build a workshop.
Commander to mission control.
To that extent, I need
Commander
to
to mission
get
control.
an alien abduction within the first 7 days of the month. And that's sort of the gamble. If I don't get the thing within the first 7 days, then all we do is we build 1 satellite at the 10-day mark, and then we set up our labs. If I do get the engineers from the abduction missions within the first 6 days, then we'll set up a workshop, and we'll purchase as many satellites as we can at the 10-day mark, because we're almost guaranteed to be able to build a satellite uplink with the workshop engineers, and therefore have 2 satellite uplinks, and however many satellites we have, all set up. So that's the basic plan. We'll see how it works. Looks like it's going to be a quiet... Oh! Well, there you go.
Commander,
All right.
we've picked up multiple requests for assistance. Abductions in progress are marked on the hologlobe.
It's a little sad that the engineers are in Russia, because defending your own country is not actually usually your highest priority. You don't usually want to worry about panic raising in your own countries, because if you lose those countries, that's not actually going to be a big deal. Also, panic in the United States is just awful. Wow, look at that. Yeah, there's just no reason that you don't want those engineers first is the problem. It's almost okay to lose a city for it. So that's where we're gonna go. Join us next time when we take St. Petersburg, Russia from the alien incursion. And thank you all for watching.